This building was made in the early 60s, and there are a lot of things that don't work going into the future. The question was, do we just let it get older and older and then move on and build a new building somewhere for a police department, which can be very costly. I mean, we're talking maybe $3, $4, $5 million or something like that. Or do we redo this building to make it functional for maybe the next 15, 20 years, and depending on what growth would be like. So we went that route, working with an architect. This whole part over here is going to be redesigned, has been redesigned and going to be rebuilt. So there will be 2 modern bathrooms, which means they qualify for all the ADA requirements, as well as the break room and other functions, completely up to standard with codes today. And to do that, the most functional way to do that is to take down all these walls, because the walls are only about 2 inches thick and they're plaster, and it's really hard to remodel because of the electricity is really just out of code. The electrical work's out of code. So that's going to be starting, and the schedule for that is we're going to start with that in December. So we'll be doing demolition in December, and we have some abatement of tile that has asbestos on it, and that will happen probably the first week in January, and then we'll start reconstruction in here, and we're hoping that it'll take 6, 7, 8 months, somewhere in that time frame. Now, to do that, we tried to figure out some way if we could keep working while we did this in this building, and every way we looked at that, that just became more and more dysfunctional. So we will be moving a temporary building on the west side of this building, and that will serve for staff to work there, for people to be able to come in there and pay their water bills and their property taxes and all the other functions that happen in this part of the building. We anticipate to move that building in the week before Thanksgiving to get that all wired up with our computers and everything, so that we could be open the week after Thanksgiving, perhaps that Monday or that Tuesday. We might be closed half a Monday. We'll just have to see how the schedule works and how much we can get wired up while we're closed and moved over. The pay window, the drive-up window, of course, will be closed during that period of time. As quick as we can, we've decided that we're not replacing the drive-up window, but we're going to be replacing it with a 24/7 ATM type machine that you can pay your utility bills at, and that will be located on the east side of the building. And we're trying to sort through those available right now, and hopefully we'll have that up and running in the next couple months. So that way, if you need to pay your bill, you can do it any time of the day. Just drive up there and pay. We are wanting, in this day and age, encouraging folks to pay online, to have it taken out of your an automatic payment out of your checking account. The more folks that can do that, that just makes it easier on all of us. And maybe this will be a little frustrating. You can't help not having it frustrating when you do something like this, and maybe that'll be a little bit of an incentive to start paying stuff online. Personally, my water bill is the only thing I don't pay online. I'm everything else I do up in North Hopkins, and it would be nice to be able to do that because it just would make the whole month go by easier. So we're going to be encouraging some of that. But that's the schedule. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we get closer, and hopefully it's not too terribly inconvenient.